Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to
Hello.
the Immigrant Mentality Podcast, Episode 2. We're your hosts.
How you doing, man? What's going on? How's
Dude,
your day?
I'm knackered, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
I don't know when the sports fans are watching this, when they're listening to this, but today we're filming it. It's Black Friday. I have, against my better judgment, ended up on Oxford Street this afternoon, and it was packed. It was rammed. I couldn't move around the place for Arabs and Chinese people buying up all of London. Couldn't move. But you know what? They're keeping the economy going, so they're doing something. I actually think if the UK has a decent Q4 this year, you can probably attribute that to Chinese and Arabs spending money on Black Friday on Oxford Street. It was that packed. Dude, I was out today. I needed to buy some sports equipment, right?
What sports equipment?
I need some boxing shoes because I fancy myself the next
Tyson Fury?
Yeah, I'm not as tall as he is, but I've got the love handles, I reckon. Anyway, I went out to buy some boxing shoes. And I went to Adidas and I went to Nike. And you know what's striking? These places, these brands are not sports brands anymore. I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it happened overnight or if it's been a gradual thing, but they're not sports brands anymore. They are fashion brands. That's what they are. If you go into the Adidas store or the Nike store, it's not a sports shop. It's a fashion shop.
Yeah, it's athleisure, right? That's the new thing.
Yeah,
It's like
except
athletic,
now everyone
comfortable
looks
wear.
like they do sports because of what they wear, but when you look at them, they don't do sports.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of the sports fans agree with us on this or not, but that's my take. It's weird. I couldn't get any. There was no sports gear there anywhere. You know, in a couple of these stores, JD Sports and in the Nike store, they had a fucking DJ in the store.
I think you're really showing your age right now, bro. Like that's what they do now.
Maybe I am, but maybe I'm just not with the times. You know, come for the Air Jordans, stay for the banging tunes.
He gets it
It's
now.
it's a brave new world, I guess. It's a brave new world. It's a shame because I actually think the Nike slogan, "Just do it." I don't know if there's a better slogan that I've ever heard. It's so simple, right? Just do it.
Yeah, I'm trying
You
to
and
think now of other ones.
I sent you a video earlier this week
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
with Chris Williamson reading out a short essay about doing the thing, and
Yeah.
I think that we've both been loving that one. I love it myself. If you haven't heard it, I'm going to read it out. So, preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
Powerful. Powerful words.
Yeah, and I suppose right now we're attempting to do the thing.
Yeah. But then
regardless
you also sent
of
the other
quality.
You also sent the other one with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that one was good as well. The only way to guarantee failure is to give up.
Yeah.
If
You
you
don't
never give
quit,
up, then you will never. There's always the possibility that you won't fail.
that's it.
We're hitting the sports fans hard with the philosophy right
The
at the start of
the
the episode today.
mentality
I don't know if
straight in the
we've got.
brain.
I don't know if we've got the energy to keep this up for a full show. I don't know about you.
Ah, I don't know. I'm pretty exhausted from this morning's workout, man. I'm gassed.
Tell me about it.
FTP, so functional threshold power.
I'm glad you explained that for everyone,
For the sports fans.
for
So
the sports fans.
FTP measured by watts on a trainer. I have my road bike set up to my trainer and measuring the power output in watts, so I can have different zones for different training.
Do you mind
For
telling
different
us
training days.
what kind of power you were putting out?
Look, it's not Tour de France. It's more like a kindergarten tricycle at the moment, but 184 watts was my average
Dude,
over
that's
20 minutes. I'm like,
that's a pretty good output, right? I mean, like you said, it's not Tour de France. What's crazy about those guys, right, is that they could put out 400 or 500 watts for half an hour,
yeah, no, like,
and they weigh about 60 kilos.
yeah, and it's surprising. It's super surprising when you're in that moment. Like, I just wanted to go hard for 20 minutes. I found myself like going hard for 2, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, tunnel vision set in, chest is burning. Man,
Are you suggesting that you're not as fit as a Tour de France cyclist?
yes. However, I do feel like my 1 rep maxes are significant in comparison to a Tour de France rider.
Well, that'd be an interesting comparison.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think that you're
actually,
probably
now that I
right.
say it out loud, maybe only on bench press, but
Yeah. I mean,
definitely not on back
I
squat.
suspect that you weigh more than a normal Tour de France cyclist.
I'd say that. That's a fair
So
assumption.
you do have the weight advantage on them. You could probably wrestle them.
Yeah, I'd give them a go. But their legs, man.
Well, if there are any elite cyclists listening to this who want to challenge Corey Brogan to a 1 rep max bench press, smash that comment button and let us know.
See, yeah, I'm not gonna
Because
I'm
I
not gonna
think
shy
that's
away
the
from
kind of
that.
top shelf content the sports fans wanna see.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's our duty to provide that for everyone.
Yeah. Look, I'm not going to shy away from that, Reese. I actually feel, I feel pretty excited for that. If anyone wants to step up, I'm more than happy to take on the challenge.
Why don't we expand it? Why don't we say, if anyone listening to this wants to challenge Corey Brogan to a 1 rep max bench press, regardless of their status as elite cyclist or not, I'm sure that Corey would be happy to take on the challenge.
Yeah, that's opened up a whole broad spectrum of weightlifters and strength athletes. But yeah, I'm going to have to give it a go now, aren't I?
You got to put your money where your mouth is.
It's like getting a finger in the butt at an orgy. Do you pull away or do you push back? You're gonna have to push back.
I don't know if I know how to answer that one. Might be beyond my scope.
Yeah,
But I'm glad that
sweet.
we've got there. 10 minutes in, and we're hitting the most important subject matter already.
Yeah. So FTP did that this morning. Exhausted. But yeah, next week is full triathlon training and at it for 16
Why
weeks.
don't you tell us? You've alluded to it there. Your triathlon training.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
I've decided to undertake. Decided to take 70.3 Ironman, so a half Ironman in May of
Half
next year.
Ironman.
Yeah.
So half Ironman. I'm not a triathlon expert, but correct me if I'm wrong. That's a 1 mile swim.
1 mile is 1.6k, so it'd be 1.9k with
Okay,
a 90k ride, and then a 21.1k half marathon run.
that sounds pretty heavy duty.
Yeah. I mean, I've been training for a little bit now on and off, but as of this week, this is the full program now up until about March and April, and then taper off from there. But
So
yeah,
full training mode now then.
full training mode.
So when the week of Christmas comes around,
Yeah.
you're not going to be hitting the chocolates, having a couple of
I think the food
tinnies
man is
here and
like,
there.
see, now you just said it. See, the chocolates and the shitty food and that, I think I've hit an age now where I can kind of bypass those cravings and have other items that offset that, right? And make me feel like I've had chocolate or I've had a sweet, a little bit healthier in that sense. But man, the kryptonite for me is the tins. I love a good tin.
Yeah.
Love a good tin. Gets me fired up.
Yeah. I haven't announced this. And I don't think it's necessarily as challenging as an Ironman or half Ironman. But on Christmas Day this year, I've set myself the goal of eating 100 pigs in blankets. Yeah, I think that's it's pretty special, eh? So I've already spoken with my mother. She's going to be facilitating. She's going to be buying them in.
Can you
And
like
100.
I remember pigs in blankets from back home, but can you describe it for the sports fans?
Yeah, I think this is important actually because in America, pigs in blankets are different to what they mean here.
Yeah.
Pigs in
And
blankets are
in Australia they're very similar to the UK version.
yeah. So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we have is the small sausages wrapped in bacon. To put it simply.
Yeah. I think
And
it's a pastry in North America, isn't it?
which
Yeah.
when I first heard that, I thought it was strange, and I can't imagine why they would do that instead of using bacon.
It's a heavy blanket, isn't it?
Yeah, so pigs in blankets, love them, but I'm gonna have 100 of them on Christmas Day. But I think I've decided as well that I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups that day to offset it. So
Uh how
I think
you know how challenging that
I feel
is?
like this probably needs to be filmed now to be verified.
Yeah. Dude, that's heavy, bro.
Have you ever known anyone to challenge themselves quite so powerfully? It's the only word I could think of there. Powerfully. 100
No.
pigs in blankets, 1,000 push-ups on Christmas Day.
That's oh man.
I
You know
looked
it's
it
gonna
up, and
that's
the
gonna take you
Tesco
hours.
finest. Well, I've got all day, right? What else am I doing?
You'll be so sore the next day. Like that's more important, I think. The video of the soreness afterwards.
Well, stay tuned, sports fans.
You'll be walking around like this.
I'll be like, what was that guy who ran for president? He couldn't put his arms above his head.
I had no idea.
I can't remember his name. Not that long ago in the US. If you know, let us know.
Okay.
If you know who I'm talking about. So, we're both putting ourselves through the paces. Then myself with the pigs and blankets, and you with the half Ironman.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about
That's
your training. How is that shaping up? What does that look like? How does it feel to balance training for three very different sports at the same time, especially in the winter time in Canada?
yeah. So obviously, the summer in Canada or spring, even like where I live, like yeah, you can get outside, you can run a lot, you can ride a lot. Swimming, I mean, you want to build those mental calluses. You can go swimming in the cold lakes, glacier lakes, or even just lakes in general. But there's a swimming pool in my area as well, so that's getting used quite a bit. But
You're
my
pretty
training
brave
program,
swimming in the lakes in Canada, even in the summer.
yeah, even in the summer, right? Even if it's not glacier fed, but you want to build that mental callus, then I mean that's a good way to do
Yeah,
it, I
most
guess.
people
But
don't want to do that.
no, and you need a big old wetsuit as well, like 5 mil at least. So it's not like your racing wetsuit that you'll use on the day. Anyway, but my training program would be something like uh, Monday would be a lower body weighted resistance workout, and then into biking the same day. Tuesday would be uh, upper body resistance workout, and then swimming in the afternoon. Wednesday would be a full body resistance workout, and then I'd have a run. So Thursday would be off. Friday would be a run. Saturday would be a bike. Sunday would be recovery, active recovery off.
So you're just getting after it in a major way.
In like hours, like a lot of the triathletes will hit around like that 20, 25 hours of working out per week. I think at this stage, in the first 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 weeks for me, I'll hit anywhere between 10 to 12 hours. And that's the most I've ever worked out in a week, ever. So holding this consistently will be a new thing for me. And yeah, I'm fingers crossed I can pull it off, because I feel like there'll be great results to
When
come.
is the race?
May 25th.
Okay. So you got
Yeah.
a long road ahead still then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then
That
like,
doesn't necessarily
of
make it
course,
any easier.
well, what also doesn't make it any easier is that in April, just the way our work goes, and um, I've taken time off, 2 and a little bit weeks to go to Italy. And that's in April, right after or in between toward like training, and then 2 or 3 weeks before the race. So I got to watch out on my pasta and vino intake.
Yeah, I think I haven't been to Italy, but I've heard rumors that they have some wine and some pasta there.
Yeah, yeah, and these big old things they call pizzas. So I'm gonna,
Yeah, I've had one of those.
yeah, olives. See, olives are great. I gotta get in the mindset that I'm on holiday, but I'm on an active holiday. Like I'll have to run to the pasta joint. I'll have to run to the wineries or bike to the wineries. You know, so
Yeah,
gotta
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You just got to be
gotta do that.
careful when you're biking to wineries, because everyone in a wine region is driving drunk. And if you're on a bike, you're in trouble.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like most wineries that I've been to, there's always some sort of like bike rental place close by or something. Like people are doing it. Just got to stay. Just got to stay observant and watch the idiots around you, I guess.
But you'll also be drunk as well.
If I'm, I was really, really hoping that there was like a place that I could like rent the bike and do like a point A to point B, so then I wouldn't have to return the bike. I would just keep going and then return the bike, kind of thing, at the at the end, so I don't have to backtrack or
Yeah,
return the
that way you
bike.
can say, this is how I found the bike as well.
And this is how I found the bike, and this is
Wasn't
the
me.
same mentality. I was in the same mentality when they rented me the bike. So I'm like, it's that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Where in Italy are you going?
So we're going in April, so it's like a bit of like a shoulder kind of wetter time. But we figure the lower we stay in Italy, like close to the Mediterranean, would be a little bit warmer. So I guess like the Amalfi Coast, and obviously flying to Rome, and then just go from the south maybe up to like Tuscany, as high up as it goes. But yeah, we've got 2 and a bit
Sick.
weeks, so I want to take like we normally travel quite fast pace, try to see as much as we do, as much as we can, like and stuff. But I think this time round we'll just slow it down, spend a bit more time in little areas, and then go from there.
Yeah, sounds awesome. You're not coming to London though?
We so might do a layover in either London or Frankfurt. You can do Calgary direct to Frankfurt or Calgary to Heathrow. So those options are there. Would love to come and see you, big man.
Well, something to excite the sports fans if they're still listening. It could just be us at this point. But if the sports fans are still listening, good for them to know that I will be seeing Corey in January. I'll be out in Canada for a week. And we will be recording our first live action. Is that the right way of saying it? Like we'll both be in the same room.
Yeah.
So good luck to anyone else
It's gonna be awesome
in the neighborhood. It's probably going to be the loudest episode that we've done so far.
Yeah,
that's probably fair to say.
Yeah, definitely fair to say, for sure. I'm looking forward to that, man. Because it's awesome talking on the camera and stuff, but like a face to face, I don't know what kind of wacky shit might be said, but it's gonna get weird.
We can only hope. But yeah, look out for that in the new year, because we can't wait to bring you that. I can't wait to get out there, to be honest. I'm looking forward to skiing. I haven't skied in a couple of years now, and I feel like I would have probably forgotten how to do it.
We got our first like real big snowfall like a couple of days ago, and it was like 10, maybe 10, 12 cm, something like that. But yeah, it's cold now. It's
Dude,
like
it was
negative
cold
10.
in London today. It felt Baltic.
But did you get after it?
Yeah, well, I went for a run.
Nice.
Not a very long one. I did a longish run yesterday, and I like to shake it out today. But nothing spectacular, and nothing really that is going to compare to the big feats that I've got coming up, like the pigs and blankets. That's coming up soon, so you don't want to go too hard for that.
Dude, I truly can't believe you're going to do 1,000 push-ups. I don't think I've met anyone ever that's done 1,000 push-ups.
I'm gonna do it.
Like shine more light on that, because like, are you training right now in push-ups? Are you doing like 10 sets of 10, like 5 sets of whatever? Like, are you doing bench press? Like, are you doing what are you doing for training for 1,000
Well,
push-ups?
I train a little bit in the gym, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, I ain't. I think that how many push-ups can you do?
Like in a row?
Yeah.
I think I can bang out like 30, 40.
Okay, well, that means you could do 20 pretty easily, right?
Yeah, I could throw out 20, yeah.
So you just got to do 20, 50 times.
Yeah, but you know, fatigue just keeps ramping up, soreness keeps ramping up. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, but
It's not like you can just do 20 and then be back to normal, and 20 and then back to normal.
I've got a killer fueling strategy.
What's your fueling strategy?
100 pigs in blankets.
Are you doing that first? No, after.
No, it's gonna. There's gonna be It's gonna be concurrent.
This has to be video, bro. This is insane.
I think that it's gonna be. Of course, it'll be challenging, but I'll get it done.
Yeah. I'm sure you will. You have that. You have that immigrant mentality of just like
I think that's
hard
going to
work
push
and
me.
good eating.
It's going to push me right to the edge of my immigrant mentality that day.
I'm so glad you're doing this, man. This is gonna be awesome.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do it. To be honest, I can't wait. I've been trying to tell people that I'm going to do it. I don't think people have believed me all that much.
You know,
But let it
you know
be known.
now. Even if your mum and my mum's watching, like you've put it out there in the world now. Like this is something
Yeah.
that you cannot fuck around with now. The sports fans
Yeah.
need to see it. I need to see it. The world is going to see it. Like there's no stepping back.
There's no walking back from this one.
This is your toughest challenge to date.
Yeah, it must be. It must be. But I looked at the pigs in blankets. They come in a pack of 10.
Mm.
So 10 packs of 10 is 100.
Yeah.
I worked out that if I were to eat 100, it's about 5,500 calories. Which
you are going to look like Tyson Fury.
But does Tyson Fury do 1,000 push-ups in a day? I don't know.
No. Hey man, like all jokes aside, dude, I'm stoked. I'm very stoked to see that, bro.
I'll have to film. There's no two ways about it now. I'm gonna have to film it. I was counting on my mother to cook the pigs in blankets. Now she's gonna have to be chief camera as well. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking.
What's the dog's name?
The dog. Glad you asked. The dog's name is Kevin. Kevin, come here. Come here. Can you see him?
I love human names for dogs. Legend.
Kevin. Oh, he's got the mic all wet now.
Gotcha, Kevin. That was our first guest.
Yeah, I suppose that was. That's it. First guest. Kevin.
First guest.
Kevin the Beagle. He was out just barking at a squirrel or something, you know? Imagine the life of a dog. You got so little to worry about. Right? You're fed.
Oh, yeah.
You walk.
No rent.
You got so little to worry about that when a squirrel comes into your domain, you're out there barking at it. Yeah. Giving it hell.
Fuck, my dog barks at the elk, man. This is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, elk are terrifying.
Oh, man. Speaking about elk, last night I was talking to this guest and she's like, oh, yeah, we drove through Canmore and we saw this huge herd of elk crossing the highway. I was like, yeah, that's I'm like, yeah, that kind of happens a lot. There's a huge elk herd and stuff. And she's like, oh, but like we saw this one and it's been shot. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, it's been shot. There was like this, it walked right past our car and it had like this perfect hole in its back leg. I'm like, no, you can't shoot animals around here. And then I was like, it dawned on me. What had happened is that a bull elk must have got into a scrap with it, and its antler fucking jabbed it in the leg, and it's like popped it. It's like a perfect hole in its leg.
Dude, you live in a weird part of the world, right? That you get pretty used to and you normalize pretty
Yeah.
quickly. But when you think Canmore in particular, wasn't it? People die every year from bears and cougars and just general wildlife out and about. Like it's
I
a
mean, I
wacky place to live.
I wouldn't say every year, especially like in my area, because there's like, especially like Banff and the Rocky Mountain kind of area of Alberta. But like, yeah, there is like, yes, sightings of grizzly bears, sightings of cougars, and then there's like grizzly bears that are stalking people on a hike, or the absolute worst case would be a grizzly bear attack that doesn't end well, or a cougar attack and that doesn't end well. So yeah, you do hear of them. I wouldn't say it's. I'd say
I
it's
think I heard
sporadic,
that
but
someone got
yes,
killed by a bear this summer, no, in the
two
Banff
people,
National Park. Two
two
people.
people. Yeah, it was one
Yeah.
attack, two people. Fucking nuts, man. And then the year before that, like a rogue wolf entered like a tent of a family, like stuck its head into the tent, and it was like looking at all of them, like trying to find out which one to pick off, kind of thing. Like the guy shoot it off and stuff, but like, yeah, it was rogue, like it was just by itself.
And let's not forget the part of town that you live in is up around Cougar Creek.
Yeah,
And why it's called Cougar Creek is because literally it's full of cougars.
yeah. Yeah,
And we
like
just
well
accept
into the
that.
back. Yeah,
We
yeah.
just accept that. I don't
Well,
understand
it's
how the people of Alberta are not more pro gun than they already are when they're living with these savage beasts all over the
if
place.
we're
Like a bear,
if we're
a bear will fuck you up.
a bear will fuck you up. But I think for me,
Uh,
like how it's become normal for me is just like Australia, right? You like if you want to go surf, if you want to go play in the water, if you want to do things, like just go and do it. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid of sharks, sea snakes, jellyfish, whatever, right? You're in their domain. But it's the same as like out here. Like you're not going to stop yourself from going camping or hiking. Just do the preventative measures to stop these interactions from happening, and you'll be fine.
yeah, that's
But
kind
there's
of
the
how I
off
feel in
chance.
London.
There's the off
So
chance that London.
you've got to. Well, you're probably more likely to be attacked by a roadman in London than you are by a bear in Canmore. So you just gotta live with it. You're going into their territory.
What's it called? A road man?
Sometimes you got to go to Brixton.
Did you say a road man? What's a road
Roadman.
man?
Have you never heard of? Have you never heard of that?
No, is that just like a homeless person? Or
No, no. I think we need a precise definition of roadman here because
yeah, I haven't heard
I
of
don't
that
want
term.
to.
Road
Yeah.
man. It sounds pretty cool
So
though. Like, hey, road man, meet you down the bar, road man.
this is on Urban Dictionary. Are you familiar with Urban Dictionary?
Very.
Love it. So roadman, the top definition is brother species to the chav. You know what a chav is?
Yeah.
Okay. A roadman's true love is the iconic North Face black puffer jacket paired with some Nike sweats and Air Max 97s. Chav girls love to date the roadman who acts the most hard. Use phrases such as safe one, my G, and in it, bruv.
Okay, on with it. I got you.
Now you know what a
Yeah.
roadman is. They're about.
Yeah.
It's London.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna?
Yeah.
You can't stay inside all day.
No.
Just
You have
like
to get out there.
when you live in Australia, what are you? You can't stay in the bath all day.
No. But you see, you have preventative measures, right? If you go out in the backcountry here in Canada, you can bring bear spray, right? You can use that. You know, I mean, if you're
I'm
surfing,
waiting for the roadman spray to come out.
if you're surfing, right, you can't really bring a knife. But if you're Mick Fanning, you can punch a great white in the nose. That'll work. And then the roadman, yeah, you just need a bit of roadman spray, a little, and then you just run off, right? You just need some deterrence.
We've gone on quite the tangent.
Yeah, well, I need to know what a roadman was.
Yeah, I think maybe we should make this a feature in every episode where I'll teach you some London slang.
Yeah.
So then when
love
you
it.
arrive, you're ready.
Yeah.
You're prepared.
When I'm halfway through a run and I see a roadman, I'll know how to talk to him.
Yeah, you just be like, safe one, my G.
And I'll be safe.
In it, bro.
Sweet, dude.
So,
oh, you go.
I just burped, but I think I lost you there. We've gone on quite the roundabout, but you were saying about your functional threshold power and how that helps you with training zones, heart rate zones.
Yeah, so not so much the FTP, but more of the LTHR. That is the lactate threshold heart rate. So,
right.
I guess I also did that test a couple of days ago. That is a 5K run, or no, sorry, it's not a 5K run. It's a 30-minute run, and at the 10-minute mark, you press the lap button on your device, and then you have 20 minutes, and you take the average heart rate of that last 20 minutes, and that generally will give you your lactic threshold. So what happens with like Garmin or Apple, as you're signing up to these products, you'll punch in like your age, your height. It'll spit out like your BMI when you enter like your weight, like all these kind of things. And it just gives you like a generic kind of like what it kind of is for your lactic threshold heart rate. And it'll just spit out a number. But to do this test and zero in and get it really close to what your actual zones are, you do this test. So for example, before I did the test, my lactic threshold was 157. When I did the test, now with the calculation, my lactic threshold is 152. So now my zones
You're talking about
changed.
beats per minute?
That's right. So now my zones have like changed. So my lactic threshold is 152, not 157. So that just, it brings up all my other metrics. So then my lower zones are lower heart rates, my higher zones are higher. And it's just by a few decimals or a few numbers, but yeah, it just zeroes it in a little bit more for the training, right?
That's cool. So what does it say is does it predict your peak heart rate?
Did it predict my peak? It did actually for one of those trainings. Where is it? Go there in zones. Yeah, so like I guess my zone 5 is like subcategories for the zones, zone 5 A, B, and C. Super threshold, aerobic, and anaerobic. My anaerobic is 167 or higher. And that's like screaming, right? You can't maintain that. But if you're doing like interval trainings, like I guess like a minute of that, 2 minutes off, a minute of that, 2 minutes off kind of thing, then yeah, it makes sense. But like I'm not even at that like level yet.
In all of your training, what's the highest you've seen your heart rate go?
Like 162.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
dude, you should.
That was like it was like a peak. It was like a spike, and then it just like it kind of leveled back out. But yeah, I saw it at 162.
Wow, that seems super low.
Really?
Yeah, for me, I did a 10K a couple of weeks ago, and my peak heart rate was at the end was about 195.
195.
Yeah.
That seems extreme.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if
That sounds like your heart's going to jump out of your chest.
it felt like it, but I think that we might be talking about slightly different things here,
Maybe.
dude. Like
It's
a moderately paced run will get your heart rate up to about 160.
Yeah, but or maybe I don't know. Maybe I was looking at average. I don't know, but
Maybe you've just got an iron heart that doesn't beat as fast but is powerful.
fuck, I hope so. That'd be cool. I'm just looking at my heart right now. It says max, according to the numbers, would be 200 beats per minute. I've never hit that high. I don't think I could hit that high. That sounds like cardiac arrest.
Well, I've been told by people who know way more than I do that your max theoretical heart rate, there's a simple equation for it that is general but works out to be around 220 beats per minute minus your age. So it follows that if you're 20 years old, you'd be able to reach 200. If you're 30, you might only be able to reach 190. That as you age, your heart just won't hit the same high level.
Yeah, so I just did me, and it's 186. Sorry, 184.
So any mathematicians watching can tell that he's 36 years old.
Just a young pup.
Anyway, I always feel then quite good when I push hard when I'm out running and I see it go over 190. I think I'm winning.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
better
that's
than
wild.
I should be.
I don't even think I got that high in the marathon.
Well, he shouldn't be getting that high in a marathon.
I remember it was quite high, like for a long time. I don't. Fucking hell, man.
But at that level, you're about to blow up, right? You can't sustain that for more than a minute or two.
No, that is red line.
So you shouldn't be anywhere near that doing a marathon if you're doing it properly.
Right.
But I mean, you might have to try this.
Yeah.
You might have to attempt a max HR. See what you can do. See if you can defy your age.
Why can't I? Here we go. I'm trying to find this. 2021. When did we do the marathon? 2020.
July 1st, 2020.
How could I forget that?
How could you forget that?
How dare I?
That day is Genesis.
July 1st. Here we go. Let's have a look at the heart rate on this. Average heart rate, 154. What was the highest? 178.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it to be any higher than that.
No,
surely.
no, not on that kind of run. No. Oh no, it's just interesting because like we're talking about it now. I'll forget to look at it otherwise. But yeah, cool.
Well, I don't want to keep the sports fans much longer, but I'm glad that we've got across to them all of the challenges that we're attempting coming soon. Yourself with the Ironman, myself with the pigs and blankets.
Piggies and blanket. Yeah.
And I can't wait to bring them more content.
Yes.
Relating to that. That we can show them that we mean what we say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think I need to practice?
It's holding us accountable.
Do you think I need to practice eating pigs and blankets?
No. I think you got that in the bag. I think you need to practice push-ups. Dude, you are, what is it? The 24th. You are 30 days away.
1 month.
You need to start cracking.
I'm gonna have to film them all now, then I guess, and
I can't fucking wait for this.
just remember, I'm doing this for you. Whoever
The
you
sports
are,
fans.
whoever's watching this, we're doing this for you. We're doing the thing.
How can they find you?
Well, my handles haven't changed. I'm still Real Reese Davis.
And
If
I'm
you're not
still
following me, you're missing out
Seabrogues23.
Dude, we keep talking over each other. This isn't very pro. We have not mentioned your new mic, by the way, which was the number one request from the previous video. That Corey needs a new mic. And you know what he did? He went out, hooked himself up with a flashing light mic that is off the charts. And now listen to him. Listen to his beautiful silky voice.
I just wish I could like tone down the colors a bit. Maybe just a solid green or a solid blue.
No, I think the colors tell us who you are.
It's just like going. It's vivid. It's wild. It's distracting. We'll see.
Anyway, we're getting a little bit more pro every week. Every single week, we'll do one more thing that's a little bit more pro. Next week, we'll try not to talk over each other quite as much. But we won't promise anything.
I'm not promising. Yeah, I'm not promising anything.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you. If you're still watching this, thank you. What's wrong with you? But we'll see you again soon. We promise.
We
God
promise.
bless.
Love ya.